everyone. Did you miss me? RJ Martin here, and I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again with another episode. RJ's here. Hi! Sips and chill, sips and chill. Sips and chill, sips and chill. With RJ. Sips and chill. And you know what time it is. It's time for Horror Movie Marathon. Yeah! So excited! And yes, I did start earlier this year. Happy October 1st. But I started on like October 24th. September 24th, excuse me. Slip of the tongue. Forgive me, y'all. I did start early this year. Again, they were taking things away. I got Netflix back, and they decided to take Rob Zombie's masterpiece, The Munsters, updated, that he put his wife as Lily Munster, away. And I was like, I have to watch it before it leaves. It was going to leave on the 26th. And I started on the 25th. And I've been watching newer horror movies, a lot of slashers. They came out with a new Fear Street. I love the Fear Street films. Since that summer that they came out with it, I'm hoping that they do more Fear Street films. So it was Fear Street Prom Queen, and it was so good. It was so good. Guys, if y'all haven't seen that, y'all need to go see it. And I just added Michael B. Jordan to the mix. Yeah, Sinners is here. Yes. That is part of my Halloween collection from henceforth now and forevermore that I do Halloween marathons. But hey, how have y'all been? I've missed y'all. Everyone who has contributed and sent me sweet messages on Sings and Chill with RJ, I thank you guys so much. You guys are the rock stars with me. I thank you guys so much. So much has happened. Why haven't I been active? Well, a lot has been going on, not just in my life, but in the world, in my country, the State of the Union. The statehood of the United States is crazy right now. And I'm just really trying to be the best Jordan RJ I can be before, yeah. So what have I been up to? Just working, a little photography work here and there, and talking to friends, several birthdays. My mom just celebrated her 22nd. Hey, Mom. And just trying to be the best that Jordan I can be, or RJ I can be. And yeah, so what are we talking about today? Let's see what's in my collection. I was talking to one of my little sisters in the EP community, and we both love Scream. I don't know what homeboy's name is on YouTube, but he has broke down Scream in so many different ways for me that I'm my mind is open to all the stuff he says, because it's incredible. It's mind-boggling and it's incredible. I will not hold y'all for long, but I think I'm going to do Scream today. We're talking Scream. If y'all haven't seen Scream, this literally came out in 1996. Where have y'all been living under a rock? No offense. I know everybody can't be blessed to watch it. So the first time I watched Scream, I was with my aunt. Remember, if y'all watched last year's version, I said she was the original Scream Queen of the family. Now I have that title. My brothers are there are things they watch that I'll be like, yeah, I'm not watching that nowadays. But yeah. So Scream, directed by Wes Craven, 1996, starring Neve Campbell, David Arquette, Courtney Cox. This is before they got married. It's so funny. You can actually see the relationship between David Arquette and Courtney Cox form at the beginning of Scream. That's when they started dating. By Scream 2, they were married. Or they were still dating, and then by Scream 3, they were married. By Scream 4, they got a divorce, and it's funny how their relationship forms throughout the whole thing. It's an incredible sequence to see your whole relationship be played out via film. Not just through your characters, but behind the scenes in real life. Anyway, little gossip tidbit. So Scream, to me, what I love about Scream is after you watch all of the original horror movies, after you watch Halloween, after you watch Nightmare on Elm Street, after you watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre, after you watch Friday the 13th with Jason and Mrs. Voorhees, if you watch the original, the answer Wes Craven asked the question, what do you watch next? They answer Scream. Why? Because it's like, even the case says, someone's taking their love for scary movies one step too far. So that's like being in this incredible fandom, and then next thing you know, you're doing things that someone else hasn't done. You have like, there are old movies that are very similar to this. And it's funny because, you know, Drew Barrymore, of course, plays in it. She originally was going to play Neve Campbell's character, Sidney Prescott, but she was like, no, that should go to someone else. And they decided to put her in the beginning of the movie. She is one of the most notable death scenes, not only in the movie, the franchise, and in horror lore, in history. And it's incredible. So what happened was, it's like, do I start at Scream? Or do I start at Scream 3 to let you guys know what happened if y'all haven't already seen it? So Sidney's mother was murdered a year prior. So let's say that they're actually in real time. It would have been 1996 when all the stuff went down, because that's how they actually play it out. So her mother was murdered, 1995. She believes that Cotton Weary, played by Liev Schreiber, is the killer. He is not. He was falsely accused because she saw someone walking with her mother's stuff. So what happens at the very beginning of Scream is Casey is murdered. She gets a phone call from a random guy. This is the 90s, you know, so she's just like, don't worry about it. Just, it happens. Take it easy. But they keep calling her. The caller keeps calling her. And they even, like, she's, you know, back in the day, this has actually happened to me. Like, I called the wrong number and I've ended up talking to somebody and just being very kind, like, courteous. But it hasn't gotten that far. And they scared the living daylights out of Casey. And the thing is, have you guys watched the movie Scary Movie, which was supposed to be the original title of Scream? If you watch Scary Movie that the Wayans brothers did, Marlon, Sean, Keenan, and Damon, they did that film. They wrote it, directed it. It's a spoof. It's such a hilarious film. Watching Scream is scary. But when I watched it after I had watched Scary Movie for so long, I found myself laughing at parts I should not have laughed at, that they were truly scary. But because it was things that they did nearly verbatim this film into Scary Movie, I started laughing at things that weren't supposed to be funny. But I was like, oh, like, it's dark. But sometimes I was like, just go, run. And it's just funny because all of the, you know, horror tropes are also in this film, even when they call Sidney. So they literally killed Casey, who's played by Drew Barrymore, and her boyfriend, to rattle Sidney's cage, because she already had trauma from her mother dying and being in the house when they killed her mother. Yes, there's more than one killer. There are two. And she's just like, oh, like, so her cage is rattled. Then they attack her, or the killer attacks her, Ghostface. And she's just like, she doesn't know what to do. She don't know who to trust. She thinks it's her boyfriend. She was right. That was an instinct that goes all the way. She takes that all the way to 2011, 2021, 22. If you can't trust them, don't open the door. Do you hear me? Like, and take that with you forever. If you can't trust them, don't open the door. And how they said, if the phone rings, don't answer the call. Right. Just trust it. So Sidney says this. They ask her, do you, like, one of my favorite lines in this film is, scary night with all the murders. It's like something straight out of a horror movie or something. Best line and one of the best lines in cinema history to me, for sure, especially in horror films. And then he was like, do you like scary movies? She was like, you know, I don't. And he's like, why not? What's the point? They're all the same. Some dumb killer's chasing a girl with big tits who can't act and always running up the stairs when she should be running out the front door. It's insulting. Right. But then it's like, should you be running out the front door? She even became aloof to that, because it was like, she tried to, she couldn't. So then the next best thing was actually go in her room where she was safe, where she was literally safe. And it saved her in Scream 3 as well. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's such a good film. If you guys have, like, the fact that it's so sad. Okay, so the guy, I wish I remembered homeboy's name, but he had broke down Scream so many times. He was like, well, Billy actually, okay, so Billy, her boyfriend, is the killer. He also is the reason why he killed her mother. And he said the reason Billy, he did it not only for himself and because of what her mother did, but also for Sydney, because she was an embarrassment, which he also says at the end of the movie, I did you a favor. But the thing is, she, despite how everyone looked at her mother and despite her mother's flaws, her mom had a really, really, really scary old past history where she was RAPED'd, and she took that with her. Most people go to psychiatrists and get over it. Most people don't know how to deal or cope. Some people just engulf themselves with it. And that's what she did. Like, everybody was like, everyone knows her mother was a slut. I was like, that's some sad stuff. But he wanted to say that he tried to protect her from that image. But the thing is, she loved her mother. It's like, people don't get it even when it's like your parents are like the worst people, because that is your mom, that is your dad, or whoever they are, you still love them. There are certain people who still love their families, even despite the ignorance or the stuff that comes out of their mouth or the actions that they did, because at the end of the day, that's their mom or dad. There's some people who be like, oh, I completely understand. But there's something I don't get, because, yeah. But I get that. And it's such a great film. It's such a great franchise. I cannot believe they're making a 7th movie, and I really don't want them to. Now, the first 3 films, to me, the trilogies are classic. I own the first 3. I have watched the 4th one. I literally was graduating high school when when Scream 4 came out. I literally was graduating high school the following week, and it was such a good film. And I was like, how are you going to make up for all of that? You know what I'm saying? And Wes Craven, R.I.P., that was one of the last movies he did before he passed away. I love how they dedicated Scream 5. I don't care what anyone says. People just call it Scream. But I'm like, Scream 5? Yeah, we see you. Scream 5. Right? Such a great film. I didn't know they were going to play it out like that. Billy having an affair on Sydney. Because what he also thought, supposedly the theory is, he thought if he got rid of Maureen Prescott, him and Sydney would still be able to bond and be able to have their romantic relationship. Because in fact, he wanted to say he did love her. But then it was like, after a year, her giving him the cold shoulder, her not wanting to be around, Sydney realized when they really did actually do it, it was like, we can't, I have to live life to the fullest. Because I don't know, tomorrow I might be dead. But I want to say, usually they say the virgins are the ones who survive the films. I think what Sydney did by having intercourse with a killer, it gave her seniority of living. So it's possible that's like the new trope that they made in 96. Food for thought. Just think about it. But hey guys, I missed you. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for enjoying Sings and Chill with RJ. I feel like I'm running out of songs, honestly, guys, but I'm here. You guys have an amazing Saturday. Stay safe out there. I will be back with what? I might do another movie. Who knows? The sky's the limit. Y'all have a good day, and don't forget to Sings and Chill with RJ. Sips and Chill. This is